This is a crazy one. I am not going to disappoint. We're going to get swifty.
Are we now?
We're going to 2001 Collins Avenue. This is in Florida. So we're on the Google Earth right now. And this is Beachside. This is in South Beach, Florida. I think didn't Cleany, wasn't her condo over here somewhere?
Maybe.
So we're going to right here. The how do you say it? CT Hotel? SETAI. Setia Hotel. I saw the word right here. It says Setia. What do you say that? Setai? The Setai Hotel. 2011 Collins Avenue, Miami Beach, Florida. So that's where we're going. We're going to room 512. Take a guess right quick. Looking at this hotel, all right, and you saw the location. Tell me, so here's the hotel right here in the location.
Close to the beach.
How much per night do you think people spend on this room? On a room? A room facing the beach.
Today?
In 2009. No, 2009.
320.
Not even close. What are you going through Priceline? Just kidding. This room that we're going to tonight was $750 per night. Shit.
Damn. Okay.
Hotel room number 512, February 7th, 2009. This room 512 was $750 per night. The police were called to this residence. The police were called to the lobby of this very fine hotel. And they were called there because there was blood all over the lobby.
Okay.
The police were called there because there was blood all over the lobby. Blood and screaming. It was 4:11 in the morning, and it was a nightmare scene. There's blood everywhere on the counters. Police get there, they rush in, the fire and rescue. They see the bloody face of a man. First responders get there. Now, the hotel has only called the police for this disturbance, for bleeding all over the lobby, for bleeding all over the counters, and for screaming. No one knows what's going on. But this man is in obvious pain. There is blood all over his face. And first responders, when they arrive, they are told by the police that this guy may lose his tongue.
He like bit his tongue that hard?
He can barely speak. He can barely speak a word, but he manages to eke out exactly what happened just minutes before. And keep in mind, this man we're talking about was in room 511. So he had to run down 5 flights of stairs to end up in the lobby, and he can't talk. But police finally understand him enough. He finally gets it out to tell the police exactly what happened, and it's harrowing. So the man starts talking. He says his last name is Shlomi. He's 44 years old. The night started pretty well. There was some drinking, and he met a girl at Luigi's Lounge, and he paid $1,000 to this girl for straight sex. I know, right? What the fuck? This is the girl right here. She is a 26-year-old prostitute. Now, this was before I feel
like this is right around the recession, too. Like, people spending this money on a night, a couple hours?
This woman, Sasha Harris, 26, was paid $1,000 for straight sex. So straight sex, no hanky-panky, just in and out, in and out, in and out. I'm done. And that's pretty much how it goes. She has a tramp stamp. This is part of the story, but she does have a tramp stamp that reads Lucky. I just thought I'd throw that in there. She really does have that, but both parties agreed on the price, $1,000 straight sex. Okay. And they go back to this hotel room. This is from the police report. This tells us what happened, what exactly happened. Now, this man it took him a while to get these words out, but this is what happened. This is the harrowing event right here that took place inside that hotel room.
From the police report, upon arrival, co-defendant gave her $1,000 in cash. Seconds later, when the co-defendant attempted to kiss her, she intentionally bit co-defendant's tongue.
So they're going to find out real quick. It wasn't just she bit to pull out. She latched on. She was paid $1,000 for straight sex. SS. That does not include kissing. This man, Shlomi, puts his Shlomi in her mouth, and this woman just like a pit bull. She starts shaking her head back and forth, trying to wiggle it out, trying to wiggle the tongue from the tendons. Hubble's like, I'm on some of whatever she's having.
No, I think he's like, what is this? Is so cruel. How he's so scared.
Hubby, you.
He's like, pit bulls are not bad. I take offense.
We've all been there, Jacob says. That's funny. I told you it was a bloody scene. Can you describe this?
Ooh, ew. That's a lot of blood for that all coming from your tongue. There's a lot of blood droplets on the mattress.
That's just the tongue, baby. Can you also describe, so looking at this scene one more time, there's the blood going up here.
Blood on the bed.
There's 2 condoms.
Ew.
So I kind of...
did they already have sex?
No, they didn't. We'll get to it. At this point, this man is screaming. Blood is filling his mouth. He's breathing in, and the blood is going into his lungs. He could die at this very moment. This prostitute that he's graciously paid $1,000 for some insertion is latched onto his tongue. And she is not letting go, like a crab that claws you and just you cannot get it off, you know? Very harrowing. I mean, it is bad that he's paying a prostitute, you know, but still, no one deserves this.
Yeah. Jacob says he used the condoms to try to make balloon animals. There you go.
At this point, he could die or he could lose his tongue. He starts doing whatever comes to his mind. He takes his fists, which are still open, and he starts punching her in the face. Punching her as hard as he can. This is what she ended up looking like.
Oof. Her eye is swollen, and she's got like blood in her hair.
Yeah.
Oh, her face is very swollen now.
Fractured face, yeah. Very swollen, fractured. I mean, but she did instigate this. Here's this man's mouth. He almost lost his tongue. So, very harrowing scene.
Yeah.
This guy is lucky he survived. He starts punching her. Let go of me. This woman, her name was Sasha. She survived with several facial fractures. Both parties were rushed by fire rescue to Mount Sinai Hospital. Both parties had a, quote, strong odor of alcoholic beverages emitting from their persons. Anything this man needs to do, I don't blame him. He could not lose his tongue. Not tonight. This is this man. This man could not lose his tongue. It is his livelihood. This is the man in question. He can't lose his tongue because how's he going to convince people to buy his Shamwow?
Hi, it's Vince with Shamwow.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Holy shit. Do you remember this?
Well, we were just talking about the Shamwow guy.
It's the Shamwow guy. Shlomi. Vince Shlomi. You guys know who that is?
Yeah, we were just all chatting about him a couple days ago. Did he make the news recently or something?
The reason I'm doing this is because I think it was Shram posted that he's got a new podcast. So the first thing that comes to mind was, wasn't that dude that beat up that prostitute? That's the first thing I thought of. So I'm like, shit, I want to learn more.
Want to learn more.
Yeah. But this story goes deeper than what I told you. This guy will give you nightmares, Jacob. This goes a little deeper, okay? So you guys stick with me. You will not be disappointed. But wait, there's more.
Oh, goodness. Oh, dear.
So we're talking about Vince Shlomi.
Shramwows are pretty good, Shram says.
Does anyone have one of those things? Okay. Well, you're not going to want to get one after this, I can promise you.
Do you think he still gets, like, royalties?
The Shamwow is his invention, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Invention, if you want to say that. A lot of people would just say he stole the idea.
Okay.
Which he did for all of his other products. But it is his, and yes, it is still for sale. It did have some false advertising claims on it. Before it said it absorbed 12 times the amount of water. But if you look on the website now, it just says 10. So I think he did get sued for that too. He's been sued for quite a bit. This isn't the only thing. That's why I knew there's more to this story. Is this all that you knew, Shram? Because there is more. I can promise you that. This guy is creepy as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so we are talking about Vince Shlomi, the Shamwow guy. I thought this would be kind of a fun, interesting case. He is still alive. He put a podcast out. It's pretty effing terrible. I'm not gonna lie, and I think he's already stopped it. But actually, let's watch his little promo video for the podcast right quick.
TV commercials. Now I'm going to do the same thing with my new show called The Shamwow Guys Show.
Ideas, innovation always makes things better. They're going to make life easier and people...
He's got this weird eye thing too, you know?
It's been in comedy.
I don't know. I mean, it's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. He doesn't have any guests or whatever. So we are talking about that guy. He's still around and he's still selling his shit, but he is intensely creepy, guys. Really creepy. He goes by the name Vince Offer. His real name is Offer Shlomi, okay? Or Vince Shlomi. His real name is Offer Shlomi. That's his
Offer.
Offer Shlomi, yeah.
Like, can I make you an offer?
Yeah, exactly. So he goes by Vince Offer.
Okay.
That's his name, Vince Offer, because it sounds better on TV, which I get that. He's known for the Shamwow, but also the slap chop. You remember the slap chop? Slap chop. You don't remember that?
No.
You're going to be slapping your troubles away with the slap chop. Now look, here's a potato. One slap, you got big chunks for stews. Two slaps.
So this guy, apparently, he stole the slap chop from Billy Mays. You remember Billy Mays?
Of course I remember Billy Mays.
You know, he died this year. No, he died in 2009, right after this happened. People thought it was a conspiracy. I did look up his cause of death. They said it was hypertension, so like heart condition. But it's interesting to know that he was on a plane going to Miami. When the plane was landing, it had some wheel issues and it was a rough landing. Something from the overhead cabin fell and hit him on the head. He tells reporters that he's fine. He just got a little headache and he was dead later that night. Now, this isn't the first time that's happened to somebody. Something fell on their head. They said they're okay. And then later they're going to die that night. So a lot of people think that the medical examiner missed the real cause of death, which was like blood buildup in the brain, and it's something like an edema or something like that.
Breakfast to go. You're going to love my nuts. Watch this.
I'm going to talk a little bit about him, and then I'm going to get to some really, really freaking disturbing shit. He's known for the slap chop Shamwow, the shticky, which is shticky. It's like a thing to pick up junk. And the Invincible. He advertised Eminem's album in 2010, Recovery. Eminem paid him to advertise it to his mass market. This guy is born in Israel, raised in Brooklyn, former Scientologist. He actually tried to sue them because they launched a smear campaign against him and his failed film. In 2020, he tried to sell Shamwow COVID mask, but that didn't actually work out for him. In 1999, he made this movie before all this slap chop stuff called the Underground Comedy Movie. It has, I think, a 1.2 rating on IMDb. It has not only 100% negative comments, but also several lawsuits. It bankrupted him in 2002. One of the comments I read said, quote, "I didn't want to believe in movies anymore." That's how bad it is.
Was it a serious movie that he tried to make?
Yeah, it was supposed to be serious but funny. He had that guy. What's that guy's name? No, you don't want to see it. Apparently, it will ruin your movie if you're a movie buff. Bobby Lee is the Chinese guy, the Asian guy. Is that Bobby Lee? Is that ringing any bells? It's got
from like what else has he been in?
I can't remember. It's got him. It's got some pretty big names in it. Before he got them before that they were Mad TV guy. He got let's let me IMDb it right quick. Underground comedy movie. Bobby Lee. If you type in Bobby Lee Underground Comedy Movie, he's got a pretty good. He talks about it. He says the guy offered him like $500 to do a 1-day shoot or something. Ended up didn't pay him at all. But Bobby Lee was not known. He was just trying to he was like a waiter at the time. And he said just this guy was so super sleazy. But this is it right here. It is guaranteed to offend. So it's got a lot of people don't want to be included on this because, they... Michael Clark Duncan, that guy.
Yeah, it says, like, when you just Google it at the box office, it says $856 USD. Like, it made $856.
It's supposed to be, like, really effing terrible. Yeah, it's got a 1.9 out of 10. Like just going through these reviews are kind of entertaining. Let me see. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, there's some big names in it, but now they're big, but they weren't before. So, worst movie ever, utterly useless. How many movies can you make? Can you make this angry for taking 90 minutes of your time?
Sounds great.
Pretty amazing. 1 star. Holy shit. Probably, we should, dude. All right. How about I get it? How about I find it off a torrent site and I'll stream it tonight. I'll stream it tonight. Does anyone want to watch it?
Not really.
Stram, do you want to watch it tonight? I'll put it on the Discord. I'll do that right when I'm done here and we can stream it. It's supposed to be effing terrible.
I don't want to give this guy any money.
He ain't getting any money for this.
He's not making money off of
No,
it?
he's not making money off this. He doesn't sell it anymore.
Well, who owns the rights to the movie?
What do you mean? How would he get money off this? Number one, we're going to download it for free.
Oh.
Yeah. I wouldn't pay this guy.
Yeah, no, I want to make sure that.
After this, you're never going to freaking buy a slap chop again. I can promise you that. All right. So at this point, we're going to go through some drama with Vince Offer with his assistant who lasted for a year before he terminated her. Also, one of the reasons I wanted to do this story is because Nicole's in HR.
God.
So you can tell me when he crosses the line or if he even does cross the line.
When he said, how do you like these nuts?
No. I'm talking about with his assistant, Jennifer Kosinski.
Okay.
All right. Let me show you a video of her, Jennifer Kosinski. She was 23 at the time that she started working as his personal assistant.
A month ago, and I absolutely love it here. One of my favorite things to do is just walk around and take everything in.
So that's Jennifer Kosinski. She sues her former employer, Vince Offer, actually his company called Square One Entertainment. So this is Jennifer Kosinski versus Square One Entertainment. It was a $75,000 suit against Shlomi. But we have the whole suit, and it is very disturbing.
Boy.
So you tell me when, if at all, he crosses the line, all right? She was employed to be his personal assistant and, quote, personal chaperone, officially hired as a customer service representative. Her job was to handle the millions of pissed off people that called in about the products. And there were a lot. In fact, she would answer emails for 10 hours per day, despite being initially promised it was only 1 hour of work on the computer per day. She would have to answer angry emails for 10 hours per day. All right. Initially, she was paid $2,000 per month, but he quickly raised it to $4,500 per month. She lasted...
Was she the only employee?
The only employee. She lasted 1 year. So this is his company, Square One Entertainment. And that controls all of his business ventures, Shamwow, and all of those products are his. So he funds all this himself.
From Jennifer Kosinski versus Square One Entertainment, during the majority of the 1 year period, Kosinski was at Shlomi's beck and call for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Shlomi, during the entirety of Kosinski's employment, treated Kosinski in an inappropriate and improper manner.
He often touched her, despite her demanding him to stop.
Okay, we've already crossed these lines.
He touched her, despite her constantly demanding him to stop. He stalked her, treated her in a controlling manner, intentionally caused Jennifer to suffer emotional distress. Jennifer lived in New York City, but Shlomi offered that she could stay in his condo in one of his bedrooms in Florida and get free groceries. When she accepted that offer, which is a good offer, $4,500, a beachside condo, bedroom. I mean, you are living with a creep, but when she accepted that offer and free groceries, she not only had to answer all those emails 10 hours a day, but she was now expected to clean, shop, and prepare all of his meals. Now, keep in mind, she was only employed for 1 year.
She should have only been employed for a day.
She worked 40 plus hours per week, never getting paid any overtime, still spending, quote, an excess of 7 hours, end quote, on the computer responding to complaints for customers. Vince Offer likes to keep the complaints in-house, quote, in-house, instead of sending them to a third party.
The central reason for Shlomi's desire to keep the customer service in-house was because of the critical and sensitive nature of these problems. For instance, one of the most common complaints regarding this laptop was was the breaking of its splash guard, which posed a choking concern since broken pieces of plastic were ending up in the chopped food. Oh, goodness. Yeah.
He made Kosinski attend dinner dates with him.
It's almost like he's paying her to be like act like his girlfriend, right? Like a live-in girlfriend type situation. Whether escorting Shlomi to a party, to dinner with business associates, or accompanying Shlomi to a movie, Kosinski believed that it was part of her job, that her employment would be terminated if she did not fulfill these responsibilities.
See, that's a breach of contract for HR, isn't it?
All of this is
okay.
Yeah.
What I should have asked you is tell me when we get to something that doesn't breach HR.
The overtime pay. You're a salaried employee, so you're
okay.
not exempt, or you're exempt from earning overtime
There we go.
based on your duties and responsibilities.
There we go.
However,
but she was hired officially as a quote customer service representative.
Mm-hmm.
That was in her contract. So overtime shouldn't mean making his food or anything. It should just mean
nor does it mean living with your employer.
So, but you're saying if she was just answering emails, there's no overtime for that.
No. So your eligibility for overtime is based on FLSA requirements. So there's like
What's the FLSA?
Fair Labor Standards. So there's requirements based on the type of work that you do, or a salary threshold that will dictate whether you're hourly or salary and whether you're eligible for overtime or not eligible for overtime.
So I don't know if she was a 1099 employee or what. Does that matter?
1099, you could either be paid per hour, you could be paid per project. But a 1099 means you're basically an independent contractor.
So one of her responsibilities was making sure he didn't get too drunk at certain events. Now this is before the whole beating the prostitute thing. Well, it's like right in the middle of it.
Oh, okay.
He would berate Jennifer if she ever left him unattended at any event. Once she was visiting family in Ohio and Shlomi texted her saying, quote, I basically need you all the time and don't need someone who's asking me, when don't you need me? So think about it. Enjoy your break. See your friends because, with a Z, because I don't need someone demanding freedom because I'm a dictator type, so that stresses me out when someone wants to do something else, end quote.
What?
It's fucking...
From the Vince Shlomi suit filed by Jennifer Kosinski, unbelievably, on one occasion when Kosinski wanted to travel to visit her stepfather, who was stricken with cancer, Shlomi responded by asking, why don't you just see him when he's in the grave? Oh, Jesus. Hey, Heidi.
Heidi, we're having a lesson in HR right now.
Like, y'all, quit if anything is a fraction of this bad.
This
and then sue.
This progressively gets worse. All right. The only free time that she could find for herself was early in the morning before he woke up. But when he wakes up, like she'll go to the gym, she joined a running group, but she can only do it like 5 a.m. to like 7 a.m. That's her only free time. Sometimes he'll wake up and she wouldn't be there, and he would send her, quote, paranoid and demanding text and phone calls. She tried to meet new people. He demanded her not to in fear that she would leave him.
I'm just going to say a lawsuit of only $75,000 for all of this is a
light
bargain. I'd be like, let me just sign this.
Yeah.
Real quick. Here's an NDA.
So, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, dude,
I get he didn't have any money though to pay for it, but
dude,
just paying his attorney's fees alone.
He is paying $1,000 for the hotel room each night and $1,000 for a prostitute.
Yeah.
So $75,000.
She should have gone for like $250,000 on that.
That is literally 35 prostitutes and 30 nights in a hotel or whatever.
Cheap.
That's cheap. That's 30 days of sex. Or getting your tongue bit off.
Hey.
That was money not well spent. All right. If she refused to...
But let me be clear. If this was a real company and actually had like HR representation or whatever, like he would have been the fired one. He would have gotten fired. You know what I mean?
All right. If she refused to do anything he asked, she would be fired. He would force her to go to strip clubs with him, which she did not want to do. If she didn't go, she would be fired. Shlomi started stalking her ex-boyfriend, taking pictures of this man and texting them to Kosinski without her knowledge. Just all of a sudden, she's getting pictures of her ex-boyfriends with other women. Like almost like, oh, look, this guy, he's no good for you type of shit. Like he's with, fucking weird.
That's bad.
He forced her to cut communications with her friends.
Shlomi exerted constant pressure upon Kosinski to change the nature of their relationship and to be romantically involved. As part of this pressure, Shlomi offered Kosinski money to sleep in the same bed and for her eggs. He's literally now trying to convert it to paying for sex.
Wait, no, he's just trying to get her eggs.
So he can have her children? Like, what the fuck?
He wanted her eggs. He offered Kosinski $20,000 and a paid month vacation for her parents to travel the world in exchange for, quote, her eggs. Jesus fucking Christ.
Dude. What? Wow. Also, like, you can sell one egg for like $20,000.
Really? What's he gonna do with her eggs?
Keep them in his freezer?
Brush his teeth with them? Jesus Christ, that is really weird.
Nurse them in a Shamwow?
Holy fuck. I told you this guy is creep nation, dude. She refused, obviously, so he berated her. Can you read the next one?
In addition, Shlomi wanted Kosinski to be his love slave. He offered money to Kosinski to sleep in his bed with him, saying that nothing would happen. Kosinski did not believe him and declined the offer.
Can you imagine living with this dude? I mean...
How did she do this?
All right. In 2009, $4,500 a month, a beachfront condo, and free groceries. That seems like a fucking great deal. But living with this dude...
Well, no, because I mean, at this point, like, this is her safety, that she should be concerned with,
It's crazy, man. Crazy. He kept trying to pressure her into a relationship and getting her eggs. Quote, Shlomi called Kosinski a bitch and a cunt because she would not tell him the, quote, secret formula that he claims existed for her to like him in a romantic manner, end quote.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, dude. Can you read the next one?
Exactly. Heidi says, couldn't pay me enough. It's only going to get worse.
No shit. This was 2009. Imagine. Oh my God, dude. Can you read the next one?
Shlomi watched Kosinski even when she wasn't with him. For instance, one day she was laying on the beach. She observed Shlomi from the balcony of his beachfront condominium, observing her through binoculars.
Eventually, Kosinski was terminated by Shlomi on April 2nd, 2010.
Wow, he did fire her.
He fired her. He fired her because it was 5 a.m. She was doing her free time, which she goes to the gym because she only does that when he's sleeping, the only free time she gets because she's got to cater to this guy 24/7. It was 5 a.m. and she got a text saying that she left, quote, without his permission. And when she replied back, Shlomi thought it was from another man and fired her for that reason. Why are you looking
Did she get the $75,000?
I don't know. I think they settled. Relationship goals. Holy shit.
Wow.
This guy. So that's why I wanted to do the story, man. I mean, it's fucking nuts. He's tried to launch multiple ventures.
Well, hey, can we go back to the tongue biting situation?
Yeah.
So was he charged? Was she charged?
That's a great question. Those claims were dropped by prosecutors. No one was charged. The $960, which was found in Sasha's purse, was confiscated and put in police evidence. So other than that, no one was charged.
Was he charged with harassment? harassment for how he treated his assistant? No.
I mean, the suit that we just read.
No, she sued him. That doesn't mean he was criminally charged with anything.
Oh, and I didn't find any criminal charges, only this suit.
Wow.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, $75,000. I mean, so he's done other things. Like here's like one of his
and some other AKAs. So I have a big announcement today, February 15th, 2022. We have a new show coming up called Show Me the Wow. Okay, it's a product show, basically.
I don't know. So he's...
Who is watching this guy?
185,000 people. I mean...
Hey, oh.
I don't know, man. The whole egg buying thing was a little concerning.
Oh, that's what did it for you?
$20 is $20 as far as I'm concerned. Oh, shit. I should contact and be like, yo, I know I don't have eggs, but dude, I got some sperm if you want it. I don't know. I mean...
No, I don't think that would do it for him. Do not.
Well, what about...
I'm sorry. Well, would you like to finish that sentence?
What?
You bite your tongue, sir, before I bite it.
Holy shit. Oh shit. It is crazy. So a little bit more, he was married soon after and he got divorced in 2000.
Was it his assistant?
No, it was some woman. They got divorced in 2018. So, I mean, dude, like if it was just the one occasion, man, I like wouldn't even do the story, like the prostitute biting, but dude, you're like creeping, man.
Shrimp says he probably has mafia ties.
I mean, dude, he offered her 20 grand and for her parents to travel the world for her eggs.
Did he actually have this money?
Yeah, I mean, he owns all these companies.
Were they making money?
Yeah, it was big, man. And still, so you remember Slap Chop was fucking huge, dude. He made millions on that.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so $75,000. He absolutely should have.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Slap Chop was like in Bed Bath and Beyond and Target. It's probably still all in those places. Like he's still making money on it. Don't get me wrong, And yeah, $75,000 for this to stay private. It would have been a great business idea or venture because you can't like if it was just he berated her and all this stuff, that's one thing, but dude, like you're trying to buy her eggs and you're stalking her and dude, come on, man, like you know what I'm saying? That's too much, man. I mean, if it was the berating thing, because, some celebrities do that. Like, you remember Christian Bale, like, went off on that guy in the Batman set? That's, like, one thing. But, like, this guy is, like, looking at her through binoculars, like, texting her pictures of her ex-boyfriend, trying to buy her eggs, like, telling her to break contact with her friends and family. It's just, it's too much, man. Yeah. I mean, dude, you're a grown-ass man, dude.
True.
Oh shit.
Yeah, agree.
So anyway, I thought that'd be, I don't know, interesting.
There you go.
So I do we're doing a story tomorrow, obviously with Jen. So this was kind of I don't know.
This was a nice Friday evening treat.
All right. Well, thanks for being here, Heidi, Shram, and Jacob.
Good to see y'all.
Good to see you guys. And if you guys are around tomorrow, we'll see you for the story, John Wayne Gacy story. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, good night, you lovely, lovely people.
Kind of run this shit.